Hey guys, it's Zoe for your Thursday video. We haven't had many videos lately, so I don't have any questions for me to start out with. Um, but, so, this will probably be a short video because I don't have a ton to talk about. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But, just kind of winging it. But, personally, this past week has been like a roller coaster of emotions. Like, great, horrible, great, horrible. It's just back and forth. It's been really crazy. Yeah. So, last week, when I made my video, I was about to go work at a Halloween thing. I was just, like, hoping I didn't get sick. And I was able to pull it off. I mean, I was there the whole time, but I wouldn't have been able to do it without friends. I mean, I got weak, and I got really shaky, but I mean, nothing I couldn't push myself through, I guess. And I mean, it's not like I was working anything alone. I had friends working with me, so it worked out. But yeah, I was weak and I couldn't stand up straight for very long. Weak, dizzy, and like freakishly shaky. I freaked one of my friends out because like my whole body, I was just vibrating so bad. But I mean, I pulled it off. I was really proud of myself, and went to school the next day, and the next day I was not feeling good. Friday, from the second I woke up, I wasn't feeling well. I could hardly breathe. It was really hard to breathe, and I was just weak, dizzy, and it just kind of progressed a lot. By second period, I could hardly stand up straight for more, I could hardly walk. I was so dizzy, I would just constantly fall. Like, I had to have something to hold on to, or else I would fall. And so, like, I couldn't really walk. And, yeah. And then, third period, I was still really bad. Third period, I was, like, gripping my desk because I was afraid I was going to fall out of my chair. I was just, like, adjusting, trying to find ways to write while still holding onto my desk and being at an angle where I thought maybe I wouldn't fall out of my chair and stuff. And because I didn't want to do that in front of class, because that class hasn't really seen a whole lot of evident sickliness. I've had my cane in there before, but I don't think any of them noticed. Like, I'd like to keep it that way, although it's not that likely. It's kind of a stupid wish, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah. And then we had a pep assembly. And there we go. I found a topic for today. I should just kind of go over my week. I know what I'll talk about. I hate our pep assemblies. I would love them, but I mean, everybody else loves them, but I can't stand pep assemblies. Like, the number one rule of pep assemblies, we have rules, and you can get, like, disqualified because it's, like, different grades competing against each other, and we're very competitive. Sophomores, juniors, and seniors face off, and people get very competitive because Friday, I mean, I got chewed out for not wearing a black shirt because all the sophomores were supposed to be wearing black shirts. And it's just like, we have all these little rules. You can't wear a hat. You can't. I don't know. But, like, the number one rule of pep assemblies is you're not allowed to sit down at all at any point in time. There is, like, sometimes some of the band kids will sit down. The instruments that they can't, like, play and look at their music, they have to, like, set it on their leg. They'll sit down, because when I was in band, I would do that, so I could get away with sitting down then. But, I mean, other than that, no one's sitting. No one. You're not allowed to sit. And if you sit down, you're going to get a lot of crap. And everyone's going to think you just don't care. And I care a lot. I have plenty of school spirit. I mean, I have no problem with supporting everybody, but I hate that because I'm always well, one, I get dirty looks for just sitting down, and two, I'm terrified I'm gonna have a teacher like chew me out for sitting down or like force me to stand, and I'm gonna make myself stand, and it's get really sick. It's just gonna be bad, and I don't know. But I still couldn't really walk. I was like wobbling around and being helped. And but I managed to get in there. But then my boyfriend, who's the one that was like that helped me in there, had to go sit with the football team, so I was alone. And before that, I turned to one of my friends, like when we were in chemistry, before we went, like third period. I don't know if I'm making much sense. I turned to my friends like, want to be my balance buddy? But she had to go to the office to go get her purse that she keeps her meds in. For like, she's epileptic, so like if she has a seizure, she needs her meds really quickly, or else she could die. But she can't keep them on her because it's technically like an illegal drug, narcotic or something. So she has to keep it in the office. So if she ever had a seizure, someone would have to run to the office, which is stupid and aggravated. But anyways, so yeah, she had to go grab her purse because we go to lunch straight from Pepsi. And so yeah, I was alone, and I felt horrible, and I was terrified, and I didn't know what was going to happen. And I've been trying to hide in how terrified I was and how horrible I felt all day. I'd been holding it in. I guess I just kind of let it go once I got in there. And, like, I couldn't hold it anymore, and so I guess I just started crying. And so eventually when my friend got in there, one of her friends, like, saw me crying. And she later told me, she said she was really worried because she'd never seen me cry before. And so she got her attention, and they helped me. Came and were like asking me questions and trying to figure out what to do. And so they got the counselor, and like them and the counselor pretty much carried me out, and we sat outside the gym for a while and waited for the nurse. The nurse came back with the counselor and had a wheelchair and took tests and stuff, and eventually my mom came and got me and took me home. Yeah. That was probably a lot longer than it needed to be. But basically, that's something I used to have a huge problem with, is I would pressure myself into standing at things because I hated, like, it's respectful to stand. You go to football games, or, like, okay, you go to church, everyone stands when you sing. You go to any game, really, and they play the national anthem. Everybody stands. It is respectful to stand. It's disrespectful if you don't. When you're in school, growing up in, like, elementary school, we'd say the pledge every day, and we had to stand up. If you did not stand up, you'd be called disrespectful, and, like, accused of not loving your country, and, like, teachers would get mad at you, and it was just, you have to stand for everything. It's a respect thing. And so I feel guilty when I don't stand for things. And I feel like I have to stand because that's how I've always been raised. Like, sitting's disrespectful. And so I used to, like, pressure myself to make myself stand the whole time we were singing at church, even though most of the people at my church know that I have health problems because they remember the whole fiasco when it was, I don't know, crazy. They remember, like, they know. And I go to football games, and even if I'm already weak, not feeling well, I probably shouldn't be there, which I usually shouldn't. But I go anyways. Like, I'll stand for the pledge, and then I'll stand for the alma mater, and I'll stand for the fight song, and, like, by that point, I'm just... And my friends know I'm going to force myself to stand for, like, certain things. So a lot of times they'll be like, they know, like, all the time. This happens all the time, not just at stuff like that. I'll just grab onto them, or if I grab onto them randomly, they know I'm really dizzy and about to fall over. Like, my friends are used to me just randomly grabbing them, which might sound bad. If I do that to a complete stranger, it freaks them out. But, like, they're used to that, and Like if I start doing that a lot, or if I start gripping them really tightly, or they can feel me swaying, they'll hold me so I don't fall over to help me out with that. But that's always bugged me about things like church, school, anything where that happens. It's just like the pressure, like I don't know, the whole, it's disrespectful to sit down, because it's always made me feel horrible, and I don't like that, because I don't want to be disrespectful, but I don't want to make myself sick. And I've gotten better about that. I typically sit during church, because if I don't, I'm going to get really sick. I typically make myself sick from singing along anyways. Just, I don't know. I've gotten better about that, but that used to be a huge problem to me, and I didn't like it. Another thing, this is totally random and out of the blue, but there's something I don't understand, is those wheelchairs with like the itty bitty wheels, so you have to have someone help like push you, someone else. I've never understood that, and I hate those. I don't know why they exist, and they drive me crazy. And that's what the school's wheelchair is like that. And it just, I don't know, it drives me crazy. Because I think that's one of my problems with having to use a wheelchair is I'm sick of losing my independence, and I feel like that takes away more. And those just like completely like there's zero independence, because you have to, like, you can't move on your own. You have to have someone push you, and just feel stranded. I don't know. I hate those. Random rant. But I don't understand the existence of those things. Another thing, I got a new toy that I'm all excited about. It's a little O2 meter. My mom went out of town for the weekend, and I guess they went to Walgreens, and she took it, and she got it there. And I find it quite entertaining. My friends thought, I was really excited about this. Some of my friends thought it was really weird, but I was really excited that, and it proved I wasn't completely crazy, because when I got it, my mom was like, okay, let's test this thing out, and so we were kind of like experimenting, so I like put it on, and I'd walk around the house, like sit down, walk a little bit, and we'd like watch like my heart rate, my breathing, and everything. Just proves how sporadic my heart rate is. Like, it's so all over the place. It's crazy. So, I don't know. I felt like that just kind of justified that I'm not crazy, and I don't know, because I've kind of been starting to doubt myself, and that helped. It's got a cute little case thing, look. I can keep it with me at school, so if I'm having issues, I can see if either of those are contributing. I don't know. But I was like really excited about this, because I don't know, I think it's kind of entertaining to watch my heart rate, because I can manage in like 1 minute to get my heart rate to like from like 60 to 160 down to like 75 to 120. I think it's entertaining. This has actually been a long video. So yeah, that's something I don't like. Pressure on standing. I've never understood, and I never really thought about it until I got sick, but now it drives me crazy. I can't stand it. It makes me so angry. And Stephanie is the only one that made a video this week. And she's not feeling well. And I know a lot of other people aren't feeling well, hence the lack of videos. So, I hope you start feeling better, Stephanie. There's been a lot of technical difficulties too, but because I know that sucks, and yeah, I hope you start doing better. Love you guys. Bye. Thank you for listening to my sporadic mind.